Alright guys, welcome back to yet another video on the AutoVlog YouTube channel on the F150. I hope you guys aren't getting bored of this truck quite yet, because we have another modification in today's video. I know I use the word modification a lot, but that's basically what we're doing today. Some of you guys might remember when we got these fuel stroke wheels. They are 20 by 12s. I got them about 7 months ago. It was during the summer, and I really like these wheels. However, there are better ones out there on the market for sure. And when I picked these wheels up, you know, I paid full price. I didn't have any special deal with fuel or anything like that. I wasn't completely happy with the service. Some of you guys might remember how the one wheel that was sent to me was scratched up. It had a bunch of dust on it. The box that it came in, you could tell it's been shipped around quite a lot. It had at least 2 shipping slips on there. So they basically sent me a display wheel. And then when we called them to talk about this, saying that, you know, we need a new wheel ASAP, they were kind of like, oh, well, we don't know, this might take a, like, it was just, you know, as a customer, you weren't completely happy. So, you know, dealing with fuel again was not something that I wanted to do. So today we're going to Auto Illusions once again, and we're mounting a new set of wheels on the truck. I'm extremely excited about this, but before we head over there, I want to mention right away that these wheels are indeed for sale with the tires. The Nitto Ridge Grapplers, as you guys can tell, they're in really good shape, both up front and even in the rear, although we have been smoking a little bit of tire. You know, there's plenty of tread on here. And I've also mentioned earlier that, you know, because of certain off-road and mudding sessions and stuff, there are little scratches here and there. So I was gonna sell them for $1,000 with tire initially, but I'm actually gonna sell them for $700 with tires. I think that's a pretty darn good deal, and of course I want to sell them to a subscriber, preferably someone that has a truck so they get use of them. And the only exceptions that I have is that you have to come and pick them up. I'm not shipping them anywhere, and of course you have to pay cash. So $700 for the fuel stroke wheels. I mean, they have a couple thousand, or the tires have a couple thousand miles on them. I mean, except for the scratches, they're basically as good as new. So first come, first serve. Send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, that you want them. You have cash in hand. Come and pick them up. You know, meet up with me personally, and they're yours for $700. So enough about the old wheel setup. Let's go to Auto Illusions and check out the new ones. And just like that, we are back at Auto Illusions. So before we pull the truck in and get the new setup on here, feast your eyes for the last time on the F-150 with the fuel stroke wheels. Hopefully it'll make someone else very, very happy. All right, so while they're at work, getting the old wheels off the truck here, let's take a look at the new setup. And first, the tires. The tire that was mainly recommended to me by you guys in the comment section from the previous video, where I was talking about I want some different tires this time around, are the BF Goodrich KO2s. I honestly don't know if it's KO or K02s, but here they are. It's actually the same tire setup that we have on the Raptor. Raptors come with this tires. I know for a fact that it is a good tire, but I know what you guys want to see is, of course, what wheels I've picked this time, and they are from Anthem, and I absolutely love them. They look so good. They're all black. These are the Anthem Gunners A764s, and I'm very excited to see what the wheels are going to look like once they're fitted on the truck. They are 20 by 12s, just like my previous setup. The tires are 305 55 20s, which pretty much equates to 33s, 12.5s like I have currently. So we have the first wheel off, and sitting right next to the new wheel, the Gunner. What do you guys think? gentlemen, here we have it, the new setup for the truck regarding the wheels and the tires. I know it's not a huge difference, same size of the wheels are 20 by 12s. The tires are, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, very, very, very close to being the same size as well. It's just that they're different wheels. I wanted all black wheels, which we have now, except for the little Anthem logo here, which I like. I'll just probably end up painting it black as well. But let me know what you guys think of these new wheels. I love them. They're definitely better looking than the fuel wheels that I had. The fuel wheels had the, well, we have them right here, so I don't have to. I never really liked the bare metal that was in the spokes or whatever you would call them. I prefer having an all black wheel, which is why I picked the Anthem Gunners A764s. I definitely think I picked the right ones for this truck out of Anthem's lineup. However, that brings us to the tires. I don't want to make another video whining and bitching about tires, but we actually have a problem with the new tire setup on the truck. Like I said in the beginning, these are the BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2s. They're actually the same tires that are on our Raptor, and they have a great reputation, which is why I picked them. So we're gonna cut to a clip that I recorded prior to recording this right here. All right, so we have the new wheels on. I love them, they look great, but we do have an issue. I don't know if I'm capturing this on camera very well, but there is a clear imbalance. And the thing is, we just did a static balance on these tires because previously they did a dynamic balance, and after that it was a big wobbling and wiggling in the wheel, and there still is, although it's not quite as bad. So that's when they did the static balancing, and it's still wobbly. So obviously it has nothing to do with the new wheels, it's the tires. Because on the previous setup, which is the same size pretty much, 20 by 12s and 33s, 12 and a halves, there never was this wobbliness. You know, Auto Illusions have mounted tires for, you know, me on the AMG and the truck before. It's not, I don't think it has anything to do with them. It's just that something's up with these KO2 tires that I bought. We're gonna have to figure this out. So yeah, we're having massive issues with the balancing of the tires. So I started feeling this big vibration at low speeds. Then it kind of sort of disappeared at like around 40 to 50, and then after 50 it got worse and worse. So I went back and I explained to them, and they're like, well, that's weird. So what they ended up doing was a static balance. So, you know, all the weights on the inside of the wheel here. I started driving home again, and then a short while later, as I got up into speeds, still heavy vibration. It was in the steering wheel, and I'm also feeling it in the seat. So I'm thinking, well, it's like at least one tire up front and one tire in the rear. So I'm talking to the owner of Auto Illusions, where I do most of my truck work, except for when Brian and I do some of the stuff on our own here. And I trust this guy completely. He knows what he's doing. He's built SEMA trucks, all kinds of crazy builds and stuff. So it's not like, you know, it's his fault that he doesn't know how to balance a tire. I mean, it's the most simple thing in the world for someone that has to shop. So then we get the truck in the shop again, take the wheels off, and what we notice is that it's mainly the right rear wheel that has a massive hop. So there's probably something wrong with that tire. Now that's not that tire, because this is the spare. So the right rear wheel that had the massive hop on the balancing machine and also on the road is the one that we're going to try to get warranty. But then even after, when we put the spare on, I'm still getting a vibration after 60 miles an hour. I've never had this issue before. So the Nitto Ridge Grapplers that I have on the fuel wheels here, they've been great. I mean, yeah, I bitched about the traction and stuff, and I'll get to that later. That was just me being stupid, not really knowing what I'm talking about. But I never had a vibration issue or, you know, the balancing issue. They were static balanced one time, and it's been working perfect since then. So I don't really know what is going on with these BF Goodrich tires. I don't know if I got a batch of bad tires. It's the weekend now, so we can't really get to the bottom of this until Monday. So I might have to go with some other tires or have some new tires sent to me. I'm not quite sure yet, so I'm kind of bummed out. I had this new wheel and tire setup on my truck, and I can't really drive it. Today is a beautiful day here in Pittsburgh. We have about 50 degrees. It's like one cloud in the sky, which is extremely rare in Pittsburgh. And I was actually planning on doing the Raptor versus supercharged F150 video today, but I can't do that because I can't get up to speeds slightly over 55. Yeah, so I'm bummed out. And then yesterday as I was driving, I get a tire pressure malfunction light for the right rear tire. And then I remembered real quick, that's probably because there is no tire pressure monitor in that tire, because that is the spare tire. What Auto Illusions did was that they cloned the tire pressure monitors in my old wheels and just put them on the 4 wheels that were supposed to be on the truck. Now that tire pressure warning is gone, and I don't understand how it's gone, because there's no TPMS sensor in the right rear tire. I know this is a lot of babbling and talking here, but I'm just trying to explain my issue the best way that I can. So it says 39 for the right rear tire, and I don't know how all of a sudden it started working again without a TPMS sensor. Hey, everything always works out in the end, but it is kind of, you know, you get kind of bummed out. We have this new setup and you want to go out driving, have some fun, do some amazing videos, and yeah, you can't. I mean, I will next week probably if the weather is good. Thing is, I mean, it's winter here. I don't know when we're gonna have a day like this again. It might be late March. So, you know, I mean, if we're gonna do a performance test between the Raptor and the F150, preferably I want it to be pretty dry on the ground. Other than that, they're definitely more stretched on the wheels, so it actually doesn't look quite as wide. The Nitto tires stuck out a little more. It looked like they did, because on these tires here, the sidewall kind of goes in because the tire is stretched. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with how it looks, happy with the wheels, and Anthem has been great to work with. I'm just not happy with the tires that are sitting on the new wheels. And regarding the Ridge Grappler tires, I know when I came home from Florida driving 924 miles straight and it was non-stop rain, I was bitching about, you know, I don't have any traction at like 80 miles an hour. That was kind of me not knowing what I'm talking about. I have more experience with tires on a high horsepower car versus a pickup. I mean, a pickup is very light in the rear end because it's designed that way. It's designed for like towing and being able to throw a bunch of stuff in the bed. So it doesn't matter what tire I really put on here. I'm not going to have good traction unless I put like a bunch of freaking sandbags in the bed, or I put slicks on the truck, which is not an option. I'm not going to be driving around on slicks. What I'm thinking though is that, you know, when spring comes, I might get a separate wheel setup, separate wheel and tire setup, that is, for drag racing. So a lot lighter wheels. You shouldn't have 20 by 12s and big old, you know, mud tires if you're trying to go quick from a standstill in this truck. So whether I have Nitto Ridge Grapplers or, you know, BF Goodrich KO2s on here, I don't think that's going to matter, or any other tire for that matter, regarding the grip. That was me, again, when I came home from Florida, talking about something I just don't have any experience in. I'm just not used to driving a truck that has over 600 horsepower. But to sum this video up, I know I've been standing here babbling for several minutes, way too long. I love the wheels. What do you guys think of the new Anthem Gunner wheels versus the fuel stroke wheels that I had on previously? This whole tire issue will of course be taken care of next week. What I might have to do though is take the Ridge Grapplers off the old set of wheels and put them on the new set of wheels until I have some new tires for the new set of wheels. I know, it's complicated, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're stopping by this channel for the first time and you haven't already and you want to, please subscribe. There's a lot of truck content coming your way, AMG content, car reviews, travel videos very, very soon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.